From PEP Radio News, this is the daily news for July 28th, 2026, and these are the stories we are covering at this hour. Senate Majority Leader John Thune responded to Trump's escalating calls to cancel the August recess until the Senate passes a proof of citizenship voting bill by again challenging the president and other supporters to show him a path to passage. If I thought there was a path to getting a result, I'm all for it, Thune said. We voted on it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times already, Thune added, counting each number on his hand for reporters. Show me how this ends. What's the picture of victory at the end? Thune said he plans to have some conversations with senators in the coming days about a possible path forward. He said he would be open to keeping the Senate in Washington if there was a path forward, but also noted that some senators need to return home to campaign. In other news, a U.S. Secret Service agent and 2 other men have been arrested and charged with violent felonies in the Miami area, where authorities say they committed brutal beatings as part of a fraternity hazing ritual in April that left 2 people hospitalized with severe injuries. One of the men charged, 29-year-old Marquez Christopher Pinder, works in the Secret Service's Miami field office and is described in an arrest warrant as a, quote, dean of pledges, end quote, for a Miami chapter of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. The Secret Service said it's cooperating with investigators and has placed Pinder on administrative leave. He was released from jail after posting a $75,000 bond Monday and faces arraignment before a judge September 24th. The 3 men were charged last week after police uncovered evidence of alleged hazing involving incidents related to prolonged and repeated beatings with canes and paddles, the Miami-Dade County State Attorney's Office said in a news release. Turning to news from Kentucky, the office of Senator Mitch McConnell, the Republican of Kentucky, released an update on his health Monday, this time with a statement from the Congressional Office of Attending Physician, stating that the senator has not yet been medically cleared to leave a rehabilitation facility where he is undergoing physical therapy. The update comes shortly before his home state's annual Fancy Farm picnic, which features speeches from politicians throughout the state seeking elected office. McConnell said in a written statement that he won't be able to attend the event. There is no place I'd rather be on the first Saturday in August than with the good people of Western Kentucky, feasting on pork and mutton, McConnell said. He said that when he first attended the event 42 years ago, Fancy Farm was a lonely place for Republicans, but times have changed. So I hate that I'll miss the fun this year, but I'm sending my best wishes to the St. Jerome community for a successful picnic, McConnell said. McConnell, age 84, was admitted to the hospital on June 14th and revealed weeks later that it was due to a fall. He had polio in his early childhood and has long acknowledged some difficulty as an adult in walking and climbing stairs. The statement from the Office of the Attending Physician said McConnell has maintained a strenuous course of physical therapy and rehabilitation since he left the hospital, which includes multiple sessions per day designed to rebuild strength and reduce the risk of future falls. And finally, in news from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania anglers to see new minimum trout size limit. Trout anglers will have a new minimum size limit, or MSL, to keep a trout in Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission unanimously approved increasing the minimum size from 7 inches to 9 inches long, effective January 1st. The board also approved 3 access easements in Erie, as well as named a new president. The new size limit for trout is a move the state agency staff has said will provide more protection to wild trout across the state. In 1983, the MSL changed from 6 to 7 inches long. Based on analysis of brook trout data from electrofishing surveys over the past decade, PFBC staff determined that an increase in MSL from 7 to 9 inches for trout would prohibit the harvest of more than 99% of the state's wild brook trout. That's the news at this hour. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the homepage at paequality.com, Roku, Alexa, and wherever you find streaming radio. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.